Hello, I'd like to call the meeting to order, and we're a little bit sparse today. The seniors are, Brenda and Leslie are preparing for the bazaar on Saturday, so we're a little bit sparse today. I don't expect this to be a long meeting. Caesar, I'd like to welcome you to your first meeting. Justin, please, the land acknowledgement.
The city of Thorold is situated on treaty land. The land is steeped in the rich history of the First Nations, such as the Haudenosaunee, the Haudenosaunee, and the Anishinaabe, including the Mississauga, the Credit First Nation. There are many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people from across Turtle Island that live and work in Niagara today. City of Thorold stands with all Indigenous people, past and present, in promoting the wise stewardship of the land on which we live.
Thank you. Are there any declaration of interest? None? Can I have a motion to adopt the agenda, please? Councillor O'Hare? Joey? Second. Any questions? All in favor? Okay, thank you. Can I have a motion, please, to adopt the minutes of October 26, 2023? Motion by Michael, seconded by Marilyn. Any questions, comments? Okay, seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor? Okay. Correspondence, there are none. Committee business, we're sponsoring one of the two buses that are going to Betty's and the Festival of Lights. The tickets were sold in about 7 days. The first bus was sold in 1 day. So this is very popular, and it's a nice social event for people. As you know, socialization is one of the things in the 8 pillars of the dimensions for by the World Health Organizations. So this event is very successful. That was just an update. Okay. Outstanding budget events items for 2023. I'm going to turn to that. I'm going to go through I attached the budget paper that we have. We are not going to spend all of our money because we saved a lot of money on the swimming event, and we didn't host a NOAA meeting. That's a meeting of all of the age-friendly or wellness committee in the regions. Each municipality has a committee, I think now, or 11 out of 12. And we were going to host a meeting. And basically the meeting is to share best practices and see if we can do some things together. So that didn't happen. So those 2 items. So we do have some money, and some of it we've allocated, and it will be spent before the end of the year. I've added a couple of more things. So the bus trip has already been talked about. That money is spent. It'll be up to $500. And the cookbook, that money is basically allocated. It'll be up to $500 for the cookbook. A new item that we just received is William Thomas, and those can come, and I've allocated where they're going to come out of. The other thing that I have that's just come up is William Thomas is going to do a reading at the Senior Center on December 18th, and it's from 11 o'clock until 12:30, and he will also be selling books before and after the reading. So we're hosting that, and we're going to have $3 chili, buns, coffee, and tea at 12:30 until 1, and then we're going to have our bingo a little bit later. We always have bingo on Monday. That's a scheduled event, and that's going to be at 1:30. And we hope by having the $3 chili, we can get a lot of people to come before and after the event. So these are new things that I need your approval of. One is to allocate $125 to subsidize the chili luncheon. Another thing that went really, really well is the Cooking for One class. And the last Cooking for One class that we had was totally subsidized by the grant. Now, we're not going to be able to do that, but they'll probably have to pay something for the class. But I like to a motion that we put $100 towards the Cooking for One class that they're going to offer in January at the senior. And those two things will come out of our partnering budget. Maybe we can do all of these at the same time. Then they're going to have a knitting scarf-a-thon, and that's going to a charity, and I'm sorry, I forget the charity. And I'd like to allocate $50 for some light refreshments, just to help with the coffee and maybe some light refreshments, cookies or pastries or something for the ladies who will be knitting for this knit-a-thon. And the last one is the Christmas luncheon. This one's already budgeted. I don't think I need an extra motion for this one. It'll be $200, and we want to provide the dessert for that and possibly some entertainment. That meeting's going to be a long meeting because now they're going to vote for their new executive at that meeting. So we're debating if we do entertainment, but if we do some entertainment, it'll be something light and minimal cost. So we'll stick with our $200 and our $200 budget that we have allocated. We will stick within that, and the rack cards will be done by the end of the year by this budget, and we'll stick or be very close to that $225. So I don't think I need a motion for those two because they're already in the budget. So the only things I think I need a motion for is William Thomas reading, $125 to come out of the partner events budget, and $100 for the cooking class for one in January, also under partner events. And we will still have money. Even with doing this, we won't be spending all our money this year. So can I have is there any discussion on the two things that are new, the William Thomas reading $125 and the January cooking class $100? If anybody wants to say anything about that, I'll open the floor. If not, I'd like a motion. Oh, Justin?
Just a question, was the knitting scarf-a-thon on well or no?
Oh, and the knitting scarf-a-thon, I apologize.
So just to make it clear for everyone, it'll be the William Thomas reading, $125, January cooking for one, $100, and knitting scarf-a-thon, $50.
Yeah. Is everybody in agreement with that, or any discussion? If there's no discussion, then can I have a mover?
You have Councillor O'Hare.
Councillor O'Hare, I apologize.
That's okay, Madam Chair. I know these Zoom meetings are very challenging sometimes, and one day we won't have to do them anymore, but here we are. I just want to say I support all three of these initiatives. They're great initiatives. So I think they're a super idea, and we should go ahead with them if the members approve as well.
Okay, thank you. Really appreciate the support. Okay, if there's no other comments, may I have a mover and a seconder for those three items? Joey will move it. Leslie's going to second it. Is there any further discussion? Okay, seeing none, I call the question. All in favor? Okay, that's passed. Thank you. Okay. Now going back to the agenda, I would like to, and the date is, I'm hoping that the concept will be accepted. If the date is not acceptable, we'll look at another date. I would like to have a working group meeting in January. I suspect it'll take an hour to an hour and a half. I want it to be two things. I would like to be an in-person meeting, if at all possible. If we can't have an in-person meeting, a 100% in-person meeting, we'll have to figure out some kind of hybrid model. Can we do Zoom meetings in that other boardroom?
Sorry, so we're looking to do, it's just a working meeting or an actual committee meeting?
No, it would be an extra meeting.
So like your separate working group would be meeting, not like this committee?
I want the committee of the whole, it would be the week before our regular meeting.
Okay.
Just to try to set, first of all, it would be a way to meet everybody. And the second thing, it would be try to figure out what we are going to prioritize for 2024. And then bring it to the first meeting in January to kind of finalize it and have a little bit of a drafted budget is what I'm proposing to come out of that meeting. A draft budget that we can then at least propose the draft budget in January and possibly finalize it in February.
So in terms of meeting space here, our larger committee room is occupied by staff right now, unfortunately, and it will probably continue to be that way into the new year. So we just have the small one that probably would not fit everybody. So in terms of committee rooms, I should say.
Okay, so we'd have to probably have it in this room. Unless we could have it at the senior center. I don't know if
Yes, yes, that would be awesome.
we could have it
We
at the
have the
senior
room.
center. Brenda, you're on?
Yes,
Okay, wonderful. So we could have it there?
absolutely.
Okay. And I'm proposing the date for Thursday, January 11th at 9:30. Now, if that date is not, and this would be
Yeah,
the
that's
week before
wide
our
open.
regular meeting. Is that date any
That's a
good?
good date, Jean.
What about
that's
everybody
wide
else's calendar?
Sorry, what? Sorry. What was the date?
January 11th,
11th?
Thursday, January 11th at 9:30.
9:30. Not a problem.
And then what else?
Yes, it is.
What?
We'll have coffee and some goodies.
I'm just joking.
We'll wake you up, Leslie.
I know.
I'm not an early bird, but Leslie is less of an early bird than me. Oh, Councillor O'Hare?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to mention that council approved the purchase of a portable electronic device to be able to project Zoom meetings from other locations. So I'm not sure, perhaps Justin knows the answer to that, if we've already have that at the city or if that's still being purchased. But that is a possibility one day to have meetings outside of City Hall and still be able to access Zoom for members that aren't able to make it.
We do have the camera that I'm aware of. I don't know if all the other pieces for it are in yet. Any meetings outside of City Hall have to be approved by the clerk, of course. But if it's just a working group meeting, then the requirements for recording and so on would be different.
Yes. That's good.
Okay. So, let us propose a working group meeting Thursday, January 11th at 9:30 a.m. The meeting will be specifically it'll be a meeting to everybody get to know each other and also to talk about some of the high level things that we would like to do next year. Next year is going to be a very busy year. And it would be that we would start to draft our budget for the year. All of that would be presented at the following week's meeting. We would have a regular meeting the following week. And also, since Leslie and Brenda are going to be at the working group meeting, then if there's some time, maybe Leslie and Brenda and I think we were the three, and if anybody wants to stay to talk about the senior of the year. And I'll have
Good idea.
I'll have the forms and stuff from last year modified. So at least we can have those, we can look at those, have the first look at them, and again, present those at the meeting the following week. And also talk about how we can get some input from the various organizations in Thorold on older adults who are significantly contributing or have been contributing to our community. So maybe we can do two things.
Good idea.
And we don't have to call another meeting. Okay, so that meeting is, and then there'll be the regular monthly meeting at the following week. And we're going to discuss at that working group meeting the time. Maybe we can accommodate Michael's work schedule a little bit better. So maybe we can talk about that at that time and see if we can establish a different time that maybe works better for everyone. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and the other thing that I don't think we're going to get any objection, is it on here? Let me see. Oh. Okay, so I think that's all of that. The font size on signs, that staff report is still in progress.
You want to, are we going to defer the 2024 committee meeting schedule next on the agenda,
Oh,
7.4?
no, I apologize. No,
That's
we
okay.
don't. Okay, thank you for keeping me on track.
Okay.
That's why we have staff at these meetings.
So the option is we can discuss it now and try to figure out time states, but it sounds like we could defer that to January or the next meeting, if you wish, and we can do it that way.
I think that's a good idea, because then probably what we'll probably do the same as this year, but we can define the time at that meeting. So let's defer that until the next meeting. But probably what'll happen is we'll have the same schedule. We'll meet through the year. We won't meet through the summer unless necessary. And also in December, it's also maybe, but let's defer that. Thank you, Justin. Okay, now upcoming and outstanding items. Font size on signs. There's a report coming and it's still in progress. Okay, so that's the update on that. And I'm also proposing a holiday luncheon. We would all pay for our own lunches. We'd go someplace in Thorold. And I'm proposing that we don't have a December meeting. The reason is because we really have nothing else to discuss. We just have to spend the things that we've allocated before the end of the year, and there's really nothing else to discuss as we're going to have a working group meeting. So I would like a motion. I don't know if I need a motion or just a consensus that we do not have a December meeting. Is anybody opposed to that? Okay. And I'm going to propose that anybody who wants to come out to a Christmas lunch, we'll have it at Cracker Jack's at noon on December 7th. If anybody would like to come out for that, you can let me know just so I can reserve a table at Cracker Jack's. It'll just be a social for us to get to know each other a little bit more, and maybe, especially for some of the newer members, to get an understanding of what they hope to see this committee do in the future. I'd really like to hear that. It would be at noon. Okay, okay. All right, so those are all of the things. I don't think, so the next meeting will be January 18th. Time to be determined. Okay. And I'd like to do a quick round table, and I'm going to do it in the order that I can see you on the screen. Councillor O'Hare.
Here we go. Just one little point. I'm wondering if we could, and this is directed, Madam Chair, to Justin. Can we include the invitations where we are able to respond back and it enters our calendar for a social event such as the Cracker Jack? Is that something that can be included from your end?
I will check and get back to you.
Okay, thank you. And that's all.
Okay, thank you so much. Joey? We can't hear you.
You're muted, Joey, in case.
Here we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm still very concerned that we are still waiting as an outstanding item for the font size on the signs. Goes back to pre-COVID. Do you think we could somehow prompt whoever is in charge of getting us a response that maybe 4 years have gone by now, that they could give us a date when they could give us a response?
Justin?
I asked Sean Dunsmore, manager of engineering. He said they're in the process of getting some quotes, is where it's at right now, I'm told.
I'm sorry, they're in a process of what?
Getting quotes. Quotes.
Okay.
I'm cutting it.
So quotes normally are, when I used to work, was usually a 30-day turnaround. Does that sound reasonable?
I'm not sure what else they have to do with the report. I just get the update from Mr. Dunsmore about where they are. Every month I ask, and that's what I got.
Okay. Hopefully we won't have to wait another 4 years.
Okay, good point. Marilyn, you're on mute.
Definitely am. Some rattling papers. No, I'm sorry. I don't have anything.
Okay.
I'm just listening. When, the December 7th, you said it still is a lunch over at,
Cracker Jacks at noon. So can you send me a quick email if you're coming, just so I can make some reservations?
yeah, my calendar isn't working. So as soon as I've checked it, I will let you know.
Okay, I appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Leslie?
No, I have nothing, I don't think, right now. I'm just doing a whole bunch of AGMs for the rest of the month. And then Christmas, can't believe it, my Halloween went upstairs, so Christmas must be coming.
Okay,
Anyway, I don't have anything right now.
okay. Caesar, welcome, and any comments?
No, thank you so much, Your Honor and the Council. I want to provide my expertise in develop some project in Toro. Thank you so much. I'm here for all that could provide a better things to the city.
Thank you. Anise?
Thank you very much. No, I don't have anything to say. Thank you.
Okay, great. And I can't see you, Brenda, but Brenda?
Well, I just want to thank the Age Friendly Committee for all the help that they've given us in the last few months. I mean, you've been giving us help right along, but certainly in the last few months. So thank you very much. And that's all I have to say for today.
Okay, and good luck with the bazaar, everybody.
Thank you. Everybody come to the bazaar.
Okay. And last but not least, Michael?
Thank you, Jean. Yeah, I do have a ticket to the Betty's and Festival of Lights, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, great.
For
Excellent.
39, so I guess there was three after me. Yeah, very happy to announce that our terms of reference for the Age Friendly Committee has been revised. I did the revision working with Justin, so we are now officially the Age-Friendly Committee, as it should be. There were some items, Justin and I have discussed it, where my style for uppercase, lowercase, the city supersedes that. So the city style does uppercase every reference to committee, to council, to chair, vice chair. So to me, if it's not a proper noun, it doesn't need to be, but that's fine. We can agree to disagree on that. So I'm happy with the changes. Thank you to Justin. And also, I'm very happy to announce that Brenda's name is now correct on our committee membership. It was Barbara for I don't know how long, I assume since she joined the committee, but that has been changed now to Brenda. So congratulations, Brenda.
Thank you so much.
It's either that or you had to change your name. That's both ways.
And thank you for keeping us on track on all these things. That's great. Most appreciated. And I'm sorry, Justin, do you have any final comments?
Nope, nothing to add.
It's been a pleasure having you as our new liaison person. It's been great working for you. The last few years at some times have been challenging, but you have made things less challenging. And Tegan, do you want to say anything?
I'm good.
Oh, you're good? Okay. It's nice having you on board, too. So with that, I will call a motion to adjourn the meeting. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Marilyn? Anybody? Michael? I'll call the question. All in favor? Okay. For those of you that we'll see on December 7th, they're great. For those of you that we won't, have a happy holiday, and we'll see you at our working group meeting on the 11th. Bring your ideas so that we can have a really productive and great year next year, and hopefully we'll spend all our money. Hopefully we'll get money, and if we do, hopefully we'll spend all of it next year. Have a great day.